Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08 and welcome to the 13th episode of my Rails of Industry Minecraft series. In today's episode, I'm going to set up a workshop at my new base, but first off, I have a few things that I need to do here at my old base, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mass storage, mass storage units, and they are called black hole units. What they do is they hold one single item, but they can hold about 2 billion of any one given item. So the recipe for the black hole units is this right here. I have everything that I will need with me. The plastic I got from trees, and if I can't, I don't even think I can show this, but actually I could show my little system that I have because it is just down here. I built this off camera between episodes because I knew I would need it. So I have some tree fluid extractors here, and normally I would have wood in this block placer. I would place down a piece of wood, and these tree fluid extractors would take out latex from the wood, and they would send it to a latex processing unit, which is actually up above, and you can see in my main base. And then that's the tiny bits of dry rubber get sent to this factorizer, which combines them into the bigger dry rubber, which sends them to this redstone furnace, which then makes them into the plastic sheets, which are imported into this ME system right here. So that's how I got the plastic. The other things I actually have, I believe, from doing things on camera, except for the killing or the casting of all these ender pearls. But actually, do I have an? I need a few more ender pearls actually because I miscounted. So let's grab 3 more of these and then 2 blaze powder. I should have some blaze powder right here. And let's try this again. So there we go. So the black hole units are, if I remember right. And I know I'm screwing something up. I don't have plastic sheets with me, do I? So let's grab those. I actually have more of them, and I actually took most of my plastic to my, what will become my hub, my new base. So let's take a look at the recipe real fast. Yeah, I just forgot the plastic there. So there's the black hole units. The next thing I want to make is storage buses, and storage buses just require an ME interface, sticky pistons, and pistons, and they will allow me to hook up black hole units to my ME system next door, or at my main, what will become my main base. So that is how you make those. Let's throw away these plastic sheets. And then the last thing I want to make is cobblestone generators, and I have everything I need here for that. And the recipe is this right here. I actually do have this. I don't know why it doesn't want to work automatically, but it does. Trust me. Let's see here. That is the recipe. So I'm making 2 of these guys. And there we go. These things produce about 2 cobblestone per second continuously. They don't take energy or anything. They're just really nice to have machines. So I have a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to bring with me, including a lot of thermal expansion machines right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minecart ride over to that base. And after I am back there, I will be right back. So I made it to my main base, and as you can see in the background, or you might be able to see, I built a new building, and this will be my workshop. So let's get started on working in the workshop. Actually, the first thing I want to do is come over here, and I want to make a few more chests, because that will be something that I will probably need a few of anyway. So let's throw the wood in there, and let's make a few chests. That should be more than enough. So now I can really get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting up some of my machines here. I brought a lot of machines along with me that I will be using a lot of. So let's place down some pulverizers right here. What I'm going to do with these pulverizers is I'm going to clear these. I'm going to have them auto input from the chest between them and then auto export to the top here. And the same thing over here. And then let's do the same thing for furnaces and compactors. So, and then like I said, same thing. So we're going to have the chest in the middle here. clear that, input, output, clear and out. And then let's go over here and let's do the same thing for the compactors. So compactor here and here, clear that. And then chest in the middle. I don't think I auto input on that one. There we go. So let's see here. Let's get some of the single machines. I think the rest of them, except for the magma crucible and the fluid transposer. The magma crucible and the fluid transposer, do I have my magma crucible with me? There it is. It's right here. I'm dumb. Okay, so these two actually go together. So this magma crucible will not need any inputs actually. And the output will be to the fluid transposer, which will be over here. And let me see if I can't find that. Yeah, and this can be facing this way. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be input from the left and output to the top. And actually, yeah, that'll work. In the future, I might change how I have these two set up so that I can auto input things. But for right now, it's not really important. So some of the other machines that I have are going to be just one-off machines. No input chest or anything. So a sawmill over here. That's for later. Some induction smelters, and even though I have two of them, I'm not going to auto you know what, yes I am going to auto input. Let's get rid of this. Let's auto input these bad boys, and I will need to be careful with these because they do need two inputs. I could have like half the items come over here and then the other half that it needs to come over here, and then both of them not function because each recipe needs two things, and if one of your items goes over here and the other goes to the other one, then you're not going to have anything crafted. So I will need to keep an eye on that. So let's make sure these are set up correctly. It looks like they are. Okay, so let's see here. Oh no, the phytogenic isolator and the centrifugal separator. Still need to set those up, and then output to the top. And then this can just be, let's put this over here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. So let's get rid of that real fast. And let's see here. Oh, no, it's right there. And then this needs to be output to the top. No inputs or anything. And then over here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest. And that will be where all my items flow. So with the thermal expansion machines, if you have them auto output to an item duct, you don't actually need a servo. So that's going to be nifty, and I am totally going to use that. So let's do this. It's not going to be the cleanest or anything, but whatever, it will work fine. I'm not going to run it across right here because I have my elevators right here. And I can't access my elevators if I have it running across right there, so... Cool, I think that will work. What I'm going to have to do with all the chests here is I'm just going to disconnect them like that, and that'll be cool. Okay, so this chest will be where everything flows to, so I need to put an import bus on this. So let's go down, and it should be right here, if I didn't mistake. So my import bus is going to be right here. That needs to be connected up to the applied energetic system. I will get to that later, but I think for right now, let's set up some automation stuff in the basement here. So down in the basement, I'm going to be producing several things. I think something like 5 or 6 different things. Cobblestone, glass, gravel, sand, and stone, and snowballs. And okay, so let's actually try to get started here. Okay, so the way I'm going to map this out is my cobblestone and my stone will come from the same cobblestone generator. So let's put this first one over here. So what I'm going to do is I need to figure out which way this cobblestone generator will output to first, because there is a priority, and I don't know which way is the priority, to be honest. I need the priority to be into the redstone furnace, because on the other side of it, I'm going to have a black hole unit. Okay, so it looks like it is the redstone furnace how I have it set up, which is exactly what I want. And then out of this redstone furnace, I'm just going to have an output, and let's do it right over here, and then that can be another black hole unit. So cobblestone will flow into this black hole unit. I will have a storage bus on this bad boy, and let's actually go ahead and do that right now. If I hit this button right here, it will partition the storage bus to only store what items are already in the inventory that it's connected to. So right now there's only cobblestone in there, obviously, so it's when I hit that button, cobblestone appeared. If I wanted to store other things in the black hole unit or anything that's connected to the storage bus, what I could do is I could just left click that, and then I could just bring in, drag and drop just anything I want to store there. But like I said earlier, with a black hole unit, it can only store one type of item. So this is storing cobblestone. This one over here will be storing stone. Do I have any stone with me? I do not. So since this redstone furnace cannot run right now, I'm just going to leave this blank. Also, I'm going to up the priority here to plus 1000 on all of these storage buses. Okay, so that's the first two. Still have a few more. So over here, let's actually set down my water source that I brought along. So this is going to be multifunctional as well. So first off, I'm going to have a glacial precipitator over here. And actually, let's move this over. So let's grab this. I want to move it one over. So let's put the precipitator right here. That way I can input from the left, which will be where my water source is, and then output to the right, which will be to where my black hole unit is. And let's put my water source back here. What the glacial precipitator does is it just freezes water. It might be able to do other... I don't really think it can do other things, but I'm going to make snowballs with this. Snowballs, it'll be nice to have snowballs around. So we can set this to plus 1000 as well. So I still need to do glass, gravel, and sand, and actually they will all be kind of connected. And I might need to reconfigure how I'm going to set this up later, but we're going to have one cobblestone generator, and let's put it right here for right now. And that will lead off to a pulverizer. And actually, let's move this over. Let's put it right here, because we're going to have a pulverizer, input from over there, output to the... I actually need to separate this out. And this is one thing I didn't account for. So we're going to have the secondary input or output at the top, because when you pulverize cobblestone, you get mostly gravel, but you also get a byproduct of sand. And I actually will be able to not have a chest up there. I think I can get around that. So the second pulverizer, I need to have the back also be an output, and this will output some gravel back here. What I will need to do is I will need to shoot. No, I have that right. Sorry, my cat just sat on my notes, so let's get those out. And sorry about that. But, okay, so we're going to make... I will need to upgrade this pulverizer, and I'll probably need to upgrade this pulverizer too, because out of this we're going to store some of the gravel. Some of it will come over here and pulverize and become sand. And we're also, let me check something real fast. Oh, that's a monster egg. That's not actually cobblestone. I need to look at the pulverized recipe for gravel, because I'm not sure if there is a secondary output. There is. Okay, so I will need to deal with that. So output to the primary output to the right, also primary output to the back, and that will be another black hole unit. That'll be sand. And then I need to secondary output out the top, and I need to store flint somewhere, but I'm not gonna worry about that just right now. And then some of the sand will go over to the right, and then that sand will go to this redstone furnace here, and this redstone furnace will input sand, and it will output to the back, and it will output glass. Okay, so that's everything. Let's go ahead and plump this down. Okay, so they output sand from right here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it over to the redstone furnace and have it go in there. Let's get rid of that. I actually don't know if that'll work. It might be better if I just output it to this sand back here, this black hole unit. And I know I'm running out of sides actually, because I will need to have access to this top side for this pulverizer. Actually, let's redo how I have this. So the primary output, let's do it to the top. Let's do the secondary output to the back. And so my sand black hole unit will actually be right here. So we can just item duct that over the sand that we get from the secondary output of this pulverizer mechanism. So that will go into the black hole unit, and that should be fine. So I still, for right now, let's just put a, actually, hang on. I might have, no, I have plans for this black hole unit. That's right. So right now I'm just going to put a chest here. I will need to replace this chest with a black hole unit in the future, but for right now I'm not going to worry about it. And then for this, I'm going to put a black or a storage bus right there. Let's go ahead and hook up these storage buses to Fluix cable, and I did not mean to do that. Use the cable anchors. I will need those later. Might need those later, just to make things look a little prettier. Okay, so that should be cool. And then I will actually need to connect that up to my applied energetic system, which the controller is somewhere out here. So let's see if we can punch a hole in the wall right there. We can. Cool. That will work fine. So let's just drop this right here. And what I want to do right now is I want to use a cable anchor, and I need a crafting table to do this. And I actually should have put a crafting table in there, a vanilla crafting table, but I can just go ahead and use this. So if we do a recipe like this, let me grab some stone. We get these stone cable facades, and I will need one of those for right now. And what I'm going to do is, just to make this look pretty, I'm going to put that there. And then I can put this here. It'll flow through, and it'll look nice. So that's cool. So the last thing I really need to do for this is I need to get power to everything. So let's go ahead and let's do some chewing of some stone. Let's get rid of some stone because I'm going to need to run some flux duct. So let's just do a lot of destruction here. And actually, I'm going to along this back wall, I might be able to kind of recess it into the wall like this. And that seems like a very good idea. So right now I'm going to run my flux duct, even though I don't actually have a power source just quite yet. So the flux duct will run like this. And actually I can just do this now. Cool, and then I need to make sure to run that right there. And actually that means I don't really need that corner there. And then to spruce this up, I do have a bunch of covers with me. Covers are really easy to make. You just need structural duct and then whatever material you want to make the cover look like. So I can put some covers right here. And then later I can do the where you can see it. Actually, I can do that right now. Right here where you can kind of see it from beneath the chests. Let's do that as well. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to open you up. Okay, so I actually need to connect this up right here, so let's do that as well. Cable facade that, and then can actually just run this straight over. Fantastic. And I believe I'm using 7 channels right now from this connection to my controller. In the future, I might need to make that a dense cable so that I have 32 channels. But for right now, it should work out fine. Okay, so I don't actually need this. I don't know why, but that caught my attention. So the next thing I need to do is I need to get a power source. So actually, I should have brought an export bus with me, but I didn't. That's okay. So I do need to set up my steam dynamo next to this water source because I'm planning on using it. And then let's hook up one of my energy cells right here. I need to rotate this around to touch that. So I have another I thought I had another pulverizer with me. Apparently I don't. Shoot. Yeah, okay, so I need to grab a few things from my other base. I need to grab a pulverizer. I need to grab an export bus. And once I'm back here with the pulverizer and the storage bus, I will be right back. Okay, so hopefully I have everything I need. I've decided to replace my chest right here with modular storage, just so I'm not able to see the import bus down there. So let's continue here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a pulverizer right here. It will be input from the top. It will output its main output to the left, which will be coal. And then out the back, it will be a secondary output, which I believe is sulfur. And we're just going to store that in a black hole unit. So right here, I'm going to set up an export bus. And I actually don't have any coal ore with me, but I do have some in the system. So I can just go up and grab that real fast. So what we're going to do is, let's see here. So let's grab some coal and coal ore. I don't have any coal, but that's not a problem. I can actually make some coal just by doing this. And let's actually use my pick rather than my flux spore because I have fortune on this pick. So just to get everything started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this coal. And we're going to drop this into the steam dynamo right here. So that'll get everything started, or give me some energy, I guess. So let's go ahead and set up this export bus to do coal. And then I need to do a little bit of routing here. So what I want to do out of this first energy cell, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have another energy cell with me, is we're going to input from everywhere except... let's output to the top. And I have some flux duct here, and I want that flux duct to, first off, it definitely needs to hit this pulverizer, clearly, because otherwise the system will not last very long and will not run very long. And then I actually want it to go up first. I want it to power all of these machines. Actually, I need to have the power. Okay. I need to hit all of these machines first, and then I want to hit the energy cell next, and then the second energy cell will feed everything upstairs. So now I need to figure out a way to get power to all of these, and it seems like that's going to be the easiest way there. And let's just run this over. It's not going to look nice, but it'll work. And then lastly, I need power over here, so let's just run it across. Okay, so things should start happening. They have. This provides 160 RF per tick as is. In the future, I will definitely be upgrading this, but I need to account for my power. So I have 160 as my budget. So right here is 20, 20 more, 20 more. Okay, so I'm at 80. already. And then 100. So I still have 60 left over, which is fantastic. I definitely need that buffer. So let's see here. I can put my second energy cell, let's say, up here. And then we need this to be output to the top. And we need this to connect up to this energy cell like so. So, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. So what's going to happen is, first off, this energy cell will be drained. But these machines down here will run all of the time. At least that's the hope. And this energy cell right here, it should always have a full buffer of power so that when I need to use these machines right here, I can. I do need to do a few things real fast. I do need to upgrade this pulverizer, and I need to upgrade these pulverizers. And that's because right now, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't. This redstone furnace does look like it's going to get a little bit of sand. Okay, so we're getting some gravel there. That is what we want to see. We want to see some sand go here and some sand go here. In the future, what I'll probably do is I'll probably give this a tier 2 upgrade and this a tier 1 upgrade, so that this makes gravel faster than the pulverizer can use it, and so some of it comes back here to the black hole unit. And then once again, I'll have this pulverizer be faster than this redstone furnace, so that it can make sand faster than the redstone furnace can use it, and so we'll have some of the sand come up here. So I realize one thing I didn't do with some of these guys is I didn't set their priorities. So let me go through and make sure that they're going to hold the right thing here. And that should be snowballs. Awesome. So then I have the 2 over here, and I believe I set these 2 up. Wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to do that. So sometimes these black hole units, they don't want to accept a second item even after you empty them. So the easiest thing is just to replace them. And then let's see here. There we go. So let's hit that, and let's set this up. So that's awesome. We have a lot of production down here. Actually, I want to grab some of this stone. Let's grab most of it, and let's clean things up real fast. And then I believe that's a pretty good wrapping up point for the episode. So in today's episode, I set up this awesome workshop. The machines upstairs will allow me to work from this base a lot more easily than before, because I need a lot of these machines for a lot of things I do. And down in the basement, we have some production of some resources I'm going to be using a lot of, such as stone, glass, sand, cobblestone, etc. So as you can see, we already have a lot of cobblestone. We already have some stone. And because this is running all the time, even though I only have 5 glass right now, this will add up over time quite quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely give it a like. If you enjoy watching automation type stuff in modern Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.